Hi, my name is Veena, and the next draft that we're going to do is tenancy at will, a notice of determination. Before this, we did the board resolution for EGM. We also did a deed of gift. All separate videos already added. Okay, so this is from December 2023, question 1D. Jotting down the question. Join me. X is the tenant. X is the tenant of Y under a tenancy at will. Draft a notice of determination of tenancy on behalf of Y. Here, a thing to note is we have to draft it on behalf of Y. That means the person signatory at the end will not be Y. It will be somebody on behalf of Y. It could be an advocate, it could be a company secretary, any person who is authorized, right, by Y. And it says assume necessary facts. All right, let's look at what's given in the answer section. These are the guideline answers given by ICSI. Okay, so it starts like this: notice of determination of a tenancy at will on behalf of the landlord. So it just comes as a topic like this. This is the heading. And below that, the provision is mentioned in brackets. Slightly smaller font. So yeah, probably a little less conspicuous. Under section 106, section 106 of the Transfer of Property Act, 1882. Okay, let's not write in short forms as TOPA. We'll write it as Transfer of Property Act. If we remember to write this, then great. 1882 in brackets. Next comes the date. Dated blank. Next comes to. It is to the tenant. So who is the tenant? X. To the X. Okay, you needn't write the X. It's given as the. I would prefer writing to X. Tenant. In brackets, tenant, because they've not given any other details. So tenant, resident of, don't write R bar O, here you have to write resident of. Resident of, it's not an agreement that you're drafting. We are drafting, sorry. So resident of, and the next line, dear sir. So we're doing this on behalf of Y. So it starts with, under instructions from my client Y. Under instructions from my client Y. Here S bar O, R bar O works because it's part of a paragraph, and it is very well known that S bar O and R bar O are used. It is son of and resident of. S bar O blank, R bar O blank, or you can also write resident of blank. Here it's written in the full form. I call upon you, because we've already addressed X to X. You needn't write to X again. So I call upon you to deliver up possession. You can also write vacant possession. The word vacant is missing here, but I prefer, not that I've done many drafts, but yeah, it's better, it's nicer. I'm gonna follow this for now. So I call upon you to deliver up possession of the premises. Detail below. Next comes the timeline. So within how many days? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. What is the notice period? So within 30 days. Time limit, not notice period. Time limit for him to vacate the possession of the premises. Within 30 days hereof, which you now hold of my client as a tenant. What? Call upon you to deliver up possession of the premises detailed below within 30 days hereof, which you now hold. So you now hold possession and that possession belongs to my client as a tenant because it is a tenancy at will. This is the relevant notice. It is understood. You now hold of my client as a tenant. I'm just trying to understand the language. Then it is in points. 1, it says, so in default of your compliance, your occupation of the premises after the period of said days, here it is 30 days, will be wrongful and an act of trespass, and you will be liable to pay damages to my client. Consequences, right? What is the point of sending a notice? Okay. At the rate of what per day? Each day of your wrongful occupation till the same till you are ejected therefrom, and that my client will sue you for eviction and for recovery of damages. And okay, in the next point simply says a copy of this notice is being kept in my office for future use if necessary. Then you have the schedules and details of premise, and then yours faithfully. There is a blank, but you need to mention advocate or company secretary, whatever. It's not mentioned here, but it's always better to mention. Okay. Please stay connected if you want to draft along with me. In default of your compliance, your occupation of the premises, after the period of 30 days or after the said period or after aforementioned period, after the period of 30 days will be wrongful and an act of trespass, and you will be liable to pay damages to my client at the rate of whatever amount per day. You can simply write that the non-compliance continues, or per day, liable to pay damages per day until the non-compliance continues till you are rejected. Okay, the exact words I'll tell you. Of at the rate of rupees blank per each day of your wrongful occupation of the same till you are rejected therefrom. These are the actual words. Per day. What I've written is at the rate of blank per day until the non-compliance continues till you are rejected therefrom. And that my client will sue you for your eviction and for recovery of damages. And that next point, a copy of this notice is being kept in my office. A copy of this notice is being kept at my office for future use if necessary. And because it relates to premises which are on rent, also please mention schedule and the details of premise or premises, whatever. And then signed, yours faithfully. There is a blank here, but I'm going to go ahead and write advocate in brackets. And that's it. We are done with notice of determination of a tenancy at will on behalf of the landlord. If you've joined me, please let me know. I will be very happy to know the same. Take care. See you in the next draft.